It was an action that was expected from November of 2011, that the Belize Bank would take over the Port of Belize Limited from its owner, Espar. It happened this morning when members of the police department showed up shortly after 7 to occupy the property. Not long after, the new manager, Arturo Vazquez, appointed as the receiver for the Belize Bank, entered the compound and took over from the port's chief executive officer, Reynaldo Guerrero. Next to arrive were the president of the Christian Workers Union, Antonio Gonzalez, and his secretary general, James McFoy. They explained to the media that they were there to protect the interests of the over 150 of their members, who are staffers and stevedores.
It doesn't matter who we are dealing with. The Christian Workers Union priority and firm position is to look after the interests of our members and employees, to safeguard their work situation. That is our primary factor in any situation, whether it is Ashcraft, whether it is this, whosoever.
If anything should change, the union will be a part of any changes that comes about. So that is the assurance, and the letter what it will be giving us is be stating that yes, things remain the same, and a meeting will be held later to discuss further into what will be the outcome of the port. The deputy CEO is supposed to be in the office because the deputy CEO is not terminated. It's only the CEO, which Mr. Vasquez took his place.
Next to arrive was Arthur Saldivar, attorney for Espar. He said that this letter, which came from the new manager, Arturo Vazquez, is illegal.
The document that is being used is not legally recognized. It cannot be legally recognized unless the court sanctions it. There's no court sanction for it. The only sanction that is given is by the political authority. The political authority has enabled this to take place. It begs the question of the relationship between the Ashcraft Alliance, for which this company that is acting under this false document is doing, and the present political directorate that we have in the country.
Espar himself also appeared on the compound and, after a few minutes inside and on the porch, left, but not before inviting reporters in the yard to give his perspective. He said that all he is asking for is a court-appointed receiver.
The police have assisted the breachment of a security area with what you'd call a receivership document presented by some of our creditors. This was done and was able to happen only because of the assistance of the police, of which I am respecting. But technically, it should have been an official court order, of which they don't want to do, because they know this is the epiphany of a white-collar crime that's being committed here today.
How so? You feel the port is being stolen from you?
It technically is, literally. The port is current with its obligation. The port had other interests with other investments surrounding the cruise terminal, of which the parties involved are some of the creditors. There were other arrangements made as far back as the end of 2009, which they have seemed not to honor because of other special interests. Of course, all this will come out in time.
Before Espar left the compound, he said that he would be going to the court, presumably to get the court's intervention in what has transpired. He also made it clear that he wants back his port.
I made it clear to my CEO that the police will have to stay here because the day they move, I am taking back my business.
And it seems that the police will continue to occupy the port compound because when we returned there this afternoon, police were visibly in control outside. Marion Ali for Love News.